Countries where I'm wanted for war crimes in. Wow, this looks like one of those beautiful animation between all of the flags on Earth. So it looks like this person might have gotten around and done a lot of horrible things. I'm honestly just impressed. Someone should make like a scavenger hunt out of this. Whoever runs around to all 197 countries and commits at least one war crime wins $1 million. Should I be worried this was posted in my own subreddit? When someone asks what the capital of Russia is, get it? It's a cow covered in moss. What a beautiful crop, by the way. A Spanish warship has illegally sailed through the waters of the British territory of Gibraltar, blasting the Spanish national anthem on loudspeakers. They have literally created this meme in real life. I'm sure the British people living there really enjoyed that. I guess they like to do a little bit of trolling. Host a hockey championship. Be the team that will most likely win the tournament. Make a song for the tournament. Go to the final game against Finland, and Finland wins. The song you made becomes the second national anthem of Finland. Wow, Sweden, what a 4D chess move right there. This is how you own your rivals, isn't it? So I guess even today, most Finns know this song. They pulled like the ultimate reverse card. Greeks and Persians in real life versus Greeks and Persians according to Hollywood movies. Hollywood strikes again. Yeah, don't use Hollywood to try to figure out anything about the world. You'll be in Mexico like, why isn't this place orange? Me discussing American politics on Reddit. European. You know, in Europe, I don't remember asking you a god dang thing. I'm sure this is also the reverse for Europeans and Americans. It's probably best just to not chime in sometimes. The Wall Street Journal reporting an Arizona man has sued American Airlines for negligence, saying it's the airline's fault for he was jailed, whatever. He has a Californian mask on. I guess that doesn't mean he's necessarily from California, but then again, what Arizonan man would ever be caught dead wearing a Californian mask? I don't think anyone from any other state would be wearing a Californian mask. Trust me, my sources can be trusted. I am from California. Map of France, but I've figured out a solution for it. Oh, just give all their territory to their neighbors. Look, even Luxembourg gets a piece. Germany and Switzerland, Italy and Spain, even Andorra. Oh, I guess Monaco gets nothing. I guess this is definitely one solution for it. Someone has finally found the most glorious road on Earth. We out here on our way to Morbin Road. Literally every single house on this street is just projecting Morbius 24 hours a day. It's always Morbin time here. Me showing Megamind where I live. He accused me of having no beaches. Oh man, this person definitely must be from Bosnia. There's no doubt. Pretty sure this meme itself was made just for this entire country by Croatia. However, don't let them fool you. Bosnia does actually have beaches, 12 miles in fact of beaches. That's plenty of beaches if you ask me. Better than a landlocked country. UK citizens talking about other UK citizens that live in an almost identical county that it's only 28-minute drive away. I love how no matter where you are on Earth, there's always people inside of your own country that do this. Everyone has a rival town that's just like down the road. It's gotta be for like entertainment purposes. Me reading comments from Americans pretending to be British. It is extremely unfunny. Hey, we're trying to blend in. It's really difficult though. Types in the letter M and then the number 8. Weakest natural history museum enjoyer versus strongest British museum fan. I'm so glad this is becoming a popular opinion. I've always preferred like dinosaurs to literally anything else. Like even the science museum, I'm like, nah, I'd rather see a massive T-Rex over anything. Argentina explaining why they should have the Falklands even though they have zero claim to the islands. The islanders want in their near entirety to remain in the UK and they lost the war over the issue. Again, like I said, this has been going on for like 40 years. Is this ever gonna stop? Might be one of those territorial disputes that last the test of time. Me, Mom, can we go to Finland? Mom, we have Finland at home. Meanwhile, the Finland at home. Well, I mean, it's still pretty cold there. Not equally as cold in Minnesota though, but it gets to those temperatures. Also, there's water nearby. A massive lake, inland sea. What's really the difference? Now we just need Russia to attack Minnesota and see how well they fight on skis. Czechia out here for the small brains in the world. Czechoslovakia for a bit bigger of a brain. Czechoslovakia extended. I actually don't know what territory this is. Even bigger brain move, but finally, the galactic brain. This is the only solution to the whole thing. It's gotta go from like coast to coast, Black Sea to the English Channel. I'm glad you chose to keep Luxembourg and this place still alive though. Then all they have to do is ally to Chile and be the ultimate long alliance. One of many examples of how creative we Americans are at naming our cities. Let's see, we have Washington, Georgia, Washington, Illinois, Washington, Connecticut, Iowa. There's lots in Iowa, Washington. Oh, we're starting to mix it up a little bit. Mount Washington, Port Washington, Washingtonville, Old Washington. Wow, we don't even do New Washington? Oh, wait, no, of course. This is our favorite way to name cities and states. Slap new in front of anything and you have unlimited names. Average peaceful coexistence fan by the EU versus average hate thy neighbor enjoyer. See, I think there's secretly a lot of love here because they're able to express their rage. In a way, I think the right is a little bit more healthy. Just saw a British girl, WTF. One Direction is over. Move on. Still can't believe all that One Direction mania created an entire British empire. This guy plays a Steam game for 1.2 hours and realizes game includes France. Gives it a negative vote. Developer didn't even know how to respond. It does, in fact, include France. I guess he's just gonna have to eat the negative review. Spain decided to build a submarine without any prior knowledge. You spend $2 billion of taxpayer money. The submarine is too heavy and would sink if put in the water. Oh, wait, okay. Maybe you shouldn't have tried to build a submarine. Especially not without any prior knowledge and with the use of $2 billion of taxpayer money. Why is Spain building submarines anyways? I mean, in a way, wasn't this task failed successfully? I mean, submarines are supposed to be able to go deep into the water. I guess it would be nice if it was able to come back up, but you know, that's kind of just a side thing. Every Dutchman's worst nightmare, this guy is the hero we all need. He just has to scream at everyone because they're all walking through the bike lane. Pretty much any place that's not the Netherlands, I think is, yeah, gonna be a Dutchman's worst nightmare, at least when they try to go biking. Gotta be honest though, this is still better than what it could be. At least you have a nice, like, guardrail from the streets. In the USA, you don't even have a bike lane or a rail. You just gotta be on the road itself. Just possibly risk your whole life out there. My word puzzle game is telling me something, adds in Danish, but unfortunately, I guess they don't recognize Danish as a real place. Is this app questioning the legitimacy of Denmark? Well, someone's not gonna be allowed into Legoland anymore. These people saying, the USSR saved Poland from something much worse. And then these people saying, Germany saved Poland from something much worse. Meanwhile, actual Polish people. Yeah, something tells me they're not gonna buy any of this at all. Transylvania is Romanian. No, says this angry Hungarian. This place is Serbian. We have to add in Kosovo is Albania. Slovakia comes in with just a lull. STFU Slovakia has no history. Of course, America with this pun, because they haven't already heard it 1,000 times. This is literally the chaos that an average Hungarian has to deal with every single day. I think they're just constantly in this rage mode. They are constantly in rage comics. Average Hungarian discussion summarized. Using this O with a cross through it is a no-no supremacist giveaway. We get it, sir. You think you're a descendant from Uber Vikings. This O is a letter in the Norwegian alphabet, and it's literally the first letter in my name. How do you actually say that? What is the term for, is it just O? O with a slash through it? How do I refer to this character? It's actually used a lot throughout the Nordics, not just one place. /0? Is that what that is? No. Yeah, this is some math thing. Imagine being a flat-faced dog breed. This meme is brought to you by the American Bulldog Gang. Finally, something that doesn't include just French slander. I do both love these dogs. I like all dogs, but I gotta admit that, yeah, the French and English Bulldog, I think I like more. I like all of them, but I have to admit I do have a preference for one of these two. I just like funny looking dogs. I don't know what it is. My absolute favorite has always been the Basset Hound. Like, how did this thing even come into existence? Lion in English, lion in French, lion close enough in Italian, lion in Portuguese. You can kind of make it out still. In Spanish, in Czech, in the Netherlands. Sorry for freaking it up last time. That's still okay, Dutch. You're doing your best. Dutch with everyone's favorite O now. We have Lev in Russian, in Belarus. I can still see the L's. Ukraine getting a little bite out of him. We have Croatia, Poland, Romania, Bosnia, Sweden. It still keeps on going. You can still see it. Even Switzerland, Austria, and Germany. You can still make out the word lion. Oh no, but of course, it's Hungary. Hungary's gotta ruin it. I love how every language has at least one person that, you know, decided to not go with, you know, like pineapple, I think, in English, like, I don't know, we are the outlier, I guess, in this scenario. But this one is pretty crazy just because it includes so many different countries, but I guess I should have known. College kids in the USA explaining why the USSR was so great. Meanwhile, the Eastern Europeans trying their best to be patient. Oh man, there are so many comment sections where I can see their patience are up. It is always a bloodbath. Pressing both the criticizing the EU button and praising the EU button. Oh, of course, it's gotta be an EU citizen. I feel like, yeah, no one does this more than an EU citizen. It's just a normal thing. Putin threatens to use heavier equipment in Ukraine. Meanwhile, the heavier equipment. Why do I feel like this man's about to go fight Sonic right now? Me, after convincing a Buddhist he owed me money 2 lifetimes ago. Ah, now that's a strategy I haven't employed just yet. This is probably why there's so many millionaires running around. Wasps and flies explaining why they have to bash their head against an open window almost 10,000 times instead of moving to the right 2 inches and flying out of the 1-foot gap. It's more fun that way. Once they do find it, they're just way more happy, no longer in pain. Polish MFers after naming their child, yeah, I'm not even gonna attempt it, just something. Is that the goal here, to have no American ever pronounce their kid's name? Because it's working. I just want to be able to pronounce one Polish name in my entire life. Me and the boys after drinking energy drinks before bed so we can run faster in our nightmare. That is literally a Giga Chad brain move there. Why didn't I ever think about that? Protostars when their core temperature exceeds 10 million Kelvin. It's literally one of the most beautiful things you can experience experience in the universe. Probably one of the last things you're gonna experience in the universe. This is my neighbor, India. He is paying an a-hole. Says China, Bhutan, Myanmar, Nepal, Bangladesh, Pakistan. I'm sure a lot of these countries would say the same about China too, though. What's India doing, though? I didn't hear about this. China is showing the century of humiliation. You'll never understand my pain. Meanwhile, Vietnam with the hee-hee, sorry, sorry. While they've experienced French colonization, 1,000 years of northern domination, Vietnam War, Khmer Rouge, Japanese invasion. Yeah, it's been pretty rough. There's a lot of countries that have had to deal with, I think, a little bit more than just a century of humiliation. Philippines and Korea, and everyone's got a story. In English, we say Civil War, but in German, it's pronounced Burger King? I don't think I've ever heard a more American word in my entire life. How did the Germans really know how to get to us? The fact that it's this is shocking that we've never gone into more civil wars, actually. Maybe we should do a Civil War 2.0. Someone made this amazing Renaissance painting or something of me the other day. I don't know if it's a filter or if this was actually drawn. This is incredible. Why does it look like I'm about to die like a horrific death in like the next 3.2 seconds? Like off screen, someone's gonna stab me with this blade. Canadians normally versus Canadians during war versus Canadians when their hockey team loses. That's when they go Super Saiyan, never let their hockey team lose. You ever see that old footage of like the Canadian and USSR hockey like team players like fighting on the rink? After this brawl took place, the Soviet Union collapsed 4 years later. Coincidence? I think not. Hungarian nobles when Habsburgs asked them for help, we will never help you. Versus Hungarian nobles when Maria Theresa asked them for help, at your service, my queen. I mean, it's kind of understandable. I think everyone knows why. British people in the 1970s asking for their electricity to work for more than 5 minutes. Please, sir, I want some more. What was going on with electricity in Britain in the 1970s? I know we had some economic issues in that decade. Were the British also dealing with that? Average coast fan with Croatia versus average steppe enjoyer, mighty hungry. I mean, the coast is pretty nice when you just want to like, you know, lay around on the beaches and things like that. Not all that great for everything else. Interesting coast slander here. NATO membership application process be like, oh, and it's even better because this is Turkey. I don't really know what's going on. I just know Turkey's doing something. And big thanks to the patrons. My name's Joe Biden. I love being Joe Biden. Diary of a Wimpy Kid, the Catfish. Drew's Argentinian grandpa.
Fatnuts.
aPhatNarwhal.
Barnsky W.
Bring back Polandball.
LuxembourgLover.
Cowboys 83.
Jakov Bruney.
Marco Hindera.
Max Cooper.
Ortin
Philipp
5610.
RF.
Robert E.
RyeThePie.
The Mexican 760.
Why am I doing this?
William the Conqueror. And Subar 8N.